Hi, welcome, and thank you for being present with me today in this reading. We're going to do a pick a card reading, interactive reading, to answer the question, will I see them again? So you have three options today. You have option 1, 2, and 3. Option 1 is this cute little crown. Option 2 is glitter, purple glitter. And number 3 is this cute little bow. Isn't it adorable? Okay, so I'll give you a second to pick the pile that you're most drawn to. We're going to start with 1. Those of you who chose the crown. And just take a moment to think about that person that you want to inquire about, to ask the question, will I see them again? Just take a deep breath in together. Exhale slowly, focusing on our question. So those of you who chose option 1, the likelihood of you seeing them soon is unlikely. This other person is not that they're not thinking about you, they are, but they are focusing on working on themselves. It seems like the way that they left, or the way that you guys stopped communicating, it was due to something that they did, something that they recognized was foul play, something that, you know, they're ashamed of, truthfully. So they think about you and they think about returning, but they don't know how to approach you in a way that they will be received. They are afraid of rejection. And they are working on a way of returning. They are working on a way to come back or to see you in a way that you guys are able to reconcile and start constructing something new. They want to come to you when they're ready to present something different for you, to be willing to have something to offer you other than what it was that they had given you in the past, because they realized that they caused you pain and that their actions were unfair and that the actions were a little bit selfish. When it comes to you, you're wanting this, you're wanting to see them, you're wanting to see them again soon. And you will see them, but you're gonna have to have a little bit of patience, because this is not your situation to fix. And this time around, you're being asked to wait on them, wait for them to reach out, wait for them to get it together, wait for them to come see you. That in this situation, it is now your turn to try to fix it, because it seems like in the past there has been a pattern of you pulling most of the weight or the emotional baggage of the relationship and always initiating for things to be fixed or for things to work out. And in this situation, you're being called to, because you might be like, you're wanting to see them so bad that you're willing to just be like, I'm sorry or whatever, and put it on yourself in order to move the relationship forward. But this person needs this space. This person needs this time to actually miss you, to think about what they can do in the relationship to pull some of the weight, because it is unfair for you to always have to be the one to initiate things and fix things and put yourself out there to try to get the relationship to flow. So it's going to be hard on you because you're wanting to connect, and you know the connection that you both share, and you see the potential. So you're wanting to just like offer a quick fix and be like, I'm sorry, even though really there's nothing for you to be sorry about, because you called them out on their ish. The ball is really on their court. And take this time instead to release any, or to work on any maybe resentments you have for all the weight that you have been pulling in the relationship, or to clear off any negativity about the relationship based on past actions, so that when this person does come forward, you're ready to receive them in a new light. You're ready to receive them without throwing in their face all the times that they failed you, or throwing in their face how they always did this way or this other way in the past. Because when they do come back, when you do see them again, it's going to be a different person. It's going to be a person who is going to put in the work into the relationship, and who is not just gonna wait on you to take care of everything. So yeah, moving on to option number 2, glitter. So let's take a deep breath in together. Those who picked option number 2, to focus on the person that we want to inquire about, and to formulate the question in our mind. Okay, it popped out. It's gonna stay. It's gonna stay. And take a moment to ask the question, will I see them again? Oh, Jesus. It's good. It's good. Okay, yes. You will see this person again. You're in a good place. You're in a good place. However, this other person is a little tied up on their own things, and I don't think this has to do with anything about you. So this could be like, this relationship was really good, and you guys were, you hit it off really well in the beginning, and then all of a sudden you started feeling like distance, like this person was being more distant. They weren't spending as much time with you. They weren't, getting back to you. And this is something, the reason that have pulled away is not because of you, but because of other circumstances in their lives. It could be either kids, family, work, or their own mental demons, quote unquote, that has them preoccupied. It's not specifically anything that you've done or how they feel about you. It's just that there's other things that are more pressing in their life, and they're not finding the way to break free of these other things that have gotten a grip on them, right? Whether there's that they're concerned about finances, or they're concerned about children or family. They're concerned about abundance in a sense. They're concerned about whether they're going to be able to provide for themselves, provide for those that they care about, or some kind of issue of this sort. It could even be that due to past relationships where they were constantly told how they weren't enough, they could be afraid that this time around that they aren't enough for you, right? Because the feelings here is not that they're lacking, they're there, but this person needs a little bit of space to work on themselves. And your best bet is to, give them that space, right? This could be also a person who is a little, I don't want to say prideful, but it's someone who, when they are going through difficult times, they prefer to deal with that on their own. They don't want to burden somebody else with those issues. So you could offer them advice, help, numerous things, and it's going to be like falling on deaf ears because they're not going to take it, because they're a person who wants to get through things on their own. They want to prove to themselves that they can count on themselves to get through things. So the best thing that you could do is allow them to know, let them know that you're there if they need you, and only really offer your help if you're asked for it. Because this person needs to figure this out on their own, and they will. That's why we have these cards here. And you are going to see them again, and this is somebody that you have a very beautiful connection with. This is somebody that you feel within yourself that you can have a family with, that you can have a home, that you can have children with, that you can share a life with. And you have these feelings because it is possible. You have these feelings because this is a person who has the things that you desire, and you also offer to them. You being in their life also brings abundance into their life. This is a very beautiful connection, a connection that is going through a little bit of a difficult time. I would say that give them at least 3 weeks or so, and you'll see that they start coming around. 3 weeks, and you'll see that you start seeing them coming around, and that things are flowing more harmoniously. The card that jumped out, this one here, is the card of abundance, the card of love, the card of that there is a deep connection between the two of you, and that this is something that is not going to end anytime soon. You're going through a moment of lows, but it's very temporary, because just look at all these beautiful cards that you have around. He or she is just going through a moment where they're needing to deal with some internal issues, some self-limiting thoughts or thought patterns, and this is somebody who has the tools, who knows how to work through their internal landscape, and they'll be back around. Okay, so that was option number 2. Now let's do number 3. Cute little bow. So let's take a deep breath in, concentrate, breathe out that person that we want to inquire about, and ask, will we see them again? Interestingly enough, you both have strong feelings for each other. There's no doubt that there is a connection between the two of you, but you both share equal amounts of doubts about the other person, where you're both uncertain for some reason, and you are unable to look forward or to move forward in the relationship, because there's a certain amount of doubt, there's a certain amount of fear also about whether you guys are right for each other. And I don't think it's so much because of who the other person is, because you both see each other in favorable lights. But there's things that are coming up, baggage from the past things that have happened in a relationship that are surfacing and are being triggered by the other person, but we're mistaking these triggers as a reflection of the other person, when really what we're responding to is to past hurts. So this person is serving to awaken in us the awareness that we still are carrying this pain from a previous relationship, but instead we are associating that pain with this person when it's really not this person. And this is happening for the both of you. This is happening for the both of you, and it's necessary in order for you to move forward in your relationship. And this is what has caused the break. Let me pull some more cards out here. I think for you, the issue is in that you fear that you're giving too much and that you're not receiving enough, while the other person, like, it's like you're afraid that this person is abusing you, or they're taking advantage of you because you're giving so much and you don't see them giving as much. The other person, on the other hand, what they're concerned about is whether what they're offering is enough, that they are being open and vulnerable and you're not seeing that. It's almost like they're afraid of, their fears is being triggered is of not being seen and not being appreciated for who they are. So let me just pull another card here. Again. It's gonna, for you guys to see each other again, it's gonna take some time. You know what? Actually, no. It's gonna take some time, yes, because of the associations that we have with the other person. We're associating that person with this pain that's being brought up within ourselves, right? There's not necessarily them that's causing it, but that has already been there. And when you open your heart and this pain is already there, and you have this person in front of you, we already think it's that person. So it depends on whether the two of you are able to see past that. Will you be able to see each other again? Will you have this re-encounter again? If you're able to see what's happening for what it is. Otherwise, it may take some time for you guys to agree to see each other again, even though there are, there's a lot of strong feelings between the two of you. You may need to allow some time to pass so that you both are able to deal with what's coming up, so that you can come back together and be able to connect in a way where you're not hurting each other, or you're not making each other pay for what other people in your life have done. You will see each other. There's just needs to be a little bit of time to balance things out. How much time? I'm getting like maybe June. Around like June, month 6. Until you see this person again. well, you know what, you're gonna see this person, you're gonna see this person again before June, but when you do, it's not gonna be that kind of reunion that you're looking for. You're gonna see each other and it's still gonna be a lot of the rehashing, jealousy, maybe possessiveness, and maybe even arguing, fighting, battles of egos. It's not going to be until like June that you guys see each other and there's this balancing, and there's this you both have been able to recognize the patterns that are being brought into the relationship that are not allowing it to be fruitful, and be able to put your swords down, to be able to work for the relationship instead of like being a solo defender, like defending your cause or trying to protect your cause or defend your cause, when in reality you both should be working to support the relationship instead of trying to defend what each one of you stands for. I don't know if that's making sense. I'm not finding the words. It's kind of like two people who are each wanting to defend their own cause instead of wanting to defend the relationship or the cause of the relationship. So around that time is when we start seeing more of that union. So you will see them again. The only thing that in this case, things are a little bit more complicated, but the love is there, and I think you have the patience. You both will have the patience to see this through, because the feelings that you have for each other are strong. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know in the comments below what other questions you would like to answer in a pick a card reading, and I'll do my best to include them in the upcoming videos. Until next time, all.